Guys, Bitcoin just had one of its biggest breakthrough moments in history, and not a lot of people are paying attention to this. In fact, not a lot of people even understands the ramifications this is gonna have on Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Guys, today I am going to talk about what that is because, like I said, most people are missing the bigger picture. Most people do not realize how big yesterday actually was for Bitcoin. I'm gonna talk about altcoins. I'm gonna talk about everything you need to know right now if you are at all involved in crypto, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. So on the 4-hourly time frame, what you can see is that we went up to my orange line at 57,500. We have since then had a rejection, a little bit of a pullback. However, what you can see is that we're consolidating here right under it, and we are consistently making higher lows. So this is big, guys, and it looks like this is about to break, guys. I do not think that you are gonna have to wait for as long as you did right here. I think this is gonna happen a little bit quicker. I see a move up to, if we break through this resistance, guys, if we manage to break through this, I do see a move up to $59,000 as imminent here. So that is what I am watching for Bitcoin. And I will talk about why everything changed for Bitcoin yesterday. So what you can see here is Fidelity on their own website. Now, this is one of the largest asset managers in the world. Now, this is Fidelity Canada, but I do think that this is going to spread into Fidelity in general for sure, and then it's going to spread into other asset managers as well. So what you can see is, the model portfolio, which they always promote, which is basically 60% in stocks and 40% in bonds. That has been like the model portfolio for the last 50 years. I don't know. But now you can see something else. Instead of 60% in equity, you have, this is actually the conservative portfolio. So here you would have 60% in equity and 40% in bonds. But look at this. They have added 2% in crypto. Now, this is huge. This is one of the biggest breakthroughs we've had for Bitcoin, guys. Why? Because this further legitimizes Bitcoin as something that you need to have in your portfolio. Remember, they have so much money, Fidelity, and they are going to push this to everyone that are using that platform. Now, what you can also see is that they are recommending also, if you want to be completely nuts, then you can get 3% in crypto. So if you really want to grow your portfolio. Now, this, I think, is going to end up being 5 or 6% eventually. And that would mean that we are still early, guys. There's going to be so much money that is going to flood into Bitcoin. It's going to flood into the crypto space overall. Now, just like I said, this website is Fidelity Canada, but it's only a matter of time until this spreads to other countries of Fidelity, as well as BlackRock, as well as every other asset manager in the world out there. Because remember, same with the ETF. One was always going to go ahead first, so BlackRock paved the way, and then when they applied for the spot Bitcoin ETF, then all other asset managers came after that as well. So here it is similar. Now, let us just talk about the ramifications this could have. So here you can see, get more strategic exposure to crypto, 1.3%. And you can make more money by adding that to crypto. So let's talk about some numbers here. Now, we do know that each dollar that is invested in any asset class usually has a different output because of the low float, because some people are holding and so on. So in general, what Adam Cochran is saying here is that every single dollar has an output of 3.4x. And now we go down and we see that between mutual funds, ETFs, and gold holdings, there is $18 trillion globally. Now, if we do the portfolio that they suggested, 59% equities, 39% in bonds, and 2% in Bitcoin, you're looking at $1.6 trillion in new buy-in. So let's go down. Given the current market is $2.24 trillion in market cap with $140 billion in stablecoins, and we can assume new fiat purchase, another 50% of that, which is $210 billion, we get a cash to value rate of 9.3 Now, stay with me, guys. If we assume the cash to value rate drops with scarcity, then 1.6 trillion in buying power could represent as much as $30 trillion in new value. Pro rata between coins at their current ratios, and that's 748,500 BTC and $43,635 Ethereum in raw spot buying. So basically what he is saying here is that there's going to be tons of money entering into Bitcoin and probably also Ethereum eventually when they get that ETF approved in the next few years, which is absolutely fantastic. Now let's go back and look at some other charts. So let's look at Ethereum first. And Ethereum is pretty much on a massive rampage here. The next level of resistance really I have is 3,676. So that would be another 12% for Ethereum. And I do think that Ethereum is going to reach this point eventually. So that is looking good for Ethereum. You do have the traditional markets going down. So a little bit of a downtrend here for traditional markets, but we do have the support coming up here at 50,052 as well. So let's see if this goes down here and that this can hold up the traditional markets. That would be optimal conditions for crypto, for Bitcoin to continue towards the upside. Let's talk about the ETFs a little bit more. In fact, before I talk about that, we do have 10 spots left here for anyone that wants to use my trading strategies. Already subscribers have made almost $260,000 since I posted these ones on BitGet. On OKX, they've made much more than that. They've made millions already. But 10 spots left here on BitGet if you want to use these ones. So if you want to do that, go down to the description of this video and click on this BitGet link to sign up, get up to $8,400 in deposit bonuses, and then click on this one right here and then pick whichever bot you want to use. Now let's talk about the ETFs, because yesterday you saw the biggest volume day for IBIT, which is BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. So there's something crazy happening right now with Bitcoin and ETFs. The volume is so massive and you can see so much money flooding into the ETFs. Now, let's look at the data that came out for the inflows yesterday. Now, one thing to note is that Grayscale had $125 million in outflows, and this is probably from Genesis still selling off their Bitcoin. So GBTC sold off a massive chunk of Bitcoin. However, still we had the second largest day of net inflow, $574 million of net inflow into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So there is some serious FOMO right now for Bitcoin from institutional investors as well. So we thought that the 26th of February, which was 2 days ago, was massive with $520 million. Well, even more yesterday with 574. So that is absolutely massive. And if Grayscale didn't sell off here, if they didn't sell off 125, we would be sitting at close to $800 million worth of inflows yesterday. Actually, it's more like $700 million. But anyway, such a massive inflow into the crypto market. So that is good. And all of this means that eventually we are going to see a massively crazy altcoin rally. I cannot just stop thinking about the altcoin rallies we're going to see. But Bitcoin at this point, really, it is one of those things that you should just accumulate for the next few years. Just accumulate it. I will probably not sell my Bitcoin unless something absolutely crazy happens. I will just continue to stack more because this is one of those things you want to hold for. Like Michael Saylor. Look, Michael Saylor has been averaging in for many years already. Michael Saylor is still averaging in, and he believes that Bitcoin is going to go up to, $1 million, $2 million, whatever, and it's programmed with the overall structure of the markets right now, with the money, 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever it is, from the asset managers flooding into Bitcoins. That is absolutely great. Now, let us talk about some more charts before we wrap up this video, guys. So what I want to show you is this chart by TechDev. This is a little bit of a weird one. It is actually on the 7-week time frame. So basically since the inception of Bitcoin here, but each candle represents 7 weeks. Now, why is this interesting? Because it's a very particular chart. Well, if you look at the super trend, which is a momentum indicator, you can see that we broke through the super trend right here. Boom, we had the pump. We went up, we broke through the super trend right here as well. We went up crazily in 2013. We had the super trend right here. Once we broke it, and that is when we go green here, broke through the super trend, massive pump. consolidation, broke through the super trend right here, boom, massive pump, consolidation, and guess what? We have just broken through the super trend on the 7-week time frame. Now, I just wanted to show you this. I just wanted to point this out. Of course, like I said, this is a very particular chart. It is a 7-week time frame. It's not something we usually look at, but still, every single time we've seen this in history previously, it has led into massive pumps for Bitcoin. So at least it's something you can keep on the back of your mind. Of course, granted, all of the charts, all of the weird charts I've been showing you for the last year, and they've all been looking bullish and all been telling us the Bitcoin price is going to go up. No matter how weird they were, well, they turned out to be right, because obviously Bitcoin is at a much higher price right now. Another thing I want to point out is that in Bitcoin's history, out of the 4,972 days it has been trading, it has only been at this price for 82 days. So we are, in terms of time, we are very close to a new all-time high. Yes, price is still $10,000 from it, but in terms of time, we have only been trading at these levels for 82 days in Bitcoin's history. So that is great. Once we break our previous all-time high, I'm expecting massive FOMO. Now, finally, I want to show you this one. Again, it is a little bit of a weird one. This is a 5-day chart, guys. But this outlines the cycles very, very clearly. This was actually posted by Trading Shot in the beginning. And what you can see here is, let me show you. So what you can see is consolidation right here. Very clear segments of the cycles. You have the 0.786 Fibonacci level right here. And when you break that, well, before we break that, we have a golden cross, which is not really a golden cross, because the golden cross usually happens on the daily time frame, and that is obviously when the 50-day moving average crosses the 200-day moving average. In this case, it is the blue one crossing the yellow one, but it is on the 5-day time frame again, guys. So yeah, it is a little bit of a weird one, but still, we broke through it. We had a golden cross right here, and then we had a ballistic move up towards the Fibonacci level, also as the previous all-time high right here. And then when we broke that, we did have a massive pump. Again, consolidation in this cycle right here, very clean. We go down, you do have the golden cross right here. We do have parabolic move towards the upside, break our previous all-time high, and we go up insanely high after that. Same thing here, very clear segment of the cycle we're in right now. We have that golden cross right here. We've already had it actually. We've already also had a parabolic move towards the upside. And now let's see, when we break our previous all-time high, this is what I'm telling you, all-time high is so important. When we break through that, you're gonna see some absolutely face-melting FOMO. So looking good, guys. And then you have the resistance here at the RSI. Actually, you can see the resistance. When we go up to this red zone, the resistance zone on the RSI, that is when we can start to worry about. But for now, guys, still a lot of upside potential for Bitcoin, for crypto in general, definitely. Now for altcoins, let's take a look at the altcoins we've been talking about here recently. Forgotten Playlands having a pullback, Koti having a pullback, Monkey Ball, MBS is doing decent today. Overall, a little bit hit and miss for this particular day, but yeah, many of these ones I do think are going to continue to do extremely well. So guys, that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.